and welcome to this Skills for Success mini presentation. This mini presentation series is designed to provide you with the skills that you need to reach success. And thankfully for our ADHD brains, each mini presentation is brief. So if you have a few minutes, stay tuned and learn valuable information and start turning your ADHD struggles into your ADHD strengths. I don't know what it's like for you, but I struggle with managing and maintaining all of the different relationships in my life. So today, the presentation and the skill will focus on managing relationships. So before we begin, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Christina Lauk. I am a licensed psychotherapist and registered hypnotherapist in the state of Washington. I am an ADHD specialist, and I help women turn their ADHD struggles into their ADHD strengths. I am a fellow ADHDer, and I am an ADHD success story. You can have ADHD and earn that PhD and reach those top successes in your business. I did it. I can show you how to do it too. And lastly, I have a private practice in the state of Washington serving women with ADHD. It's called Peace Humanistic Therapy. Okay, let's get right into this. So to have healthy relationships, it starts by having a healthy relationship with yourself. And you do this by having good and clear self-awareness. This is seeing yourself as you are in this current moment. Next, you want to have self-acceptance. This is you seeing situations clearly as they are and managing your emotions according to those situations. Next, we want to have self-value, feeling good about our abilities and doing what it takes to make ourselves feel better about ourselves. And lastly, self-trust. Knowing that you can handle anything that comes your way. Once we've cultivated that healthy relationship with ourselves, we can move on to having healthy relationships with others. And there's two types of relationships. There's the two-way street relationship and the one-way street relationship. Two-way street relationships, there's equal give and take. There is a general reciprocity in the relationship. And there's a mutual respect. In the unhealthy one-way relationship, there's no give and take. It's very one-sided. One person gives, the other person takes, and never gives back. This looks like one person always talks, but never listens. How do you know if it's a one-way street relationship? You can do this by making a list. List everything that you do for the person and everything that person does for you. And if they're unbalanced, then perhaps that relationship is a one-way street relationship. You can also do this by making lists of emotions. Make a list of the positive emotions you experience when you're with that person, and then the negative emotions you experience with that person. If you're experiencing mostly negative emotions, then perhaps that is an unhealthy one-way street relationship. How do you balance these relationships? How do we keep those precious two-way street relationships? We do that by being respectful of the other person. We honor their importance in our lives. We're thoughtful, we're engaging, we're flexible. Not only with our time, but with our mind. And you know, for our ADHD all or nothing thinking, I know that's challenging, but we really do have to make the effort to be flexible in mind. We need to make that commitment to call, to text, to visit. And I know that is challenging too for our ADHD heads, and we're going to do it. We have to make that commitment. So how do you dump the one-way street relationships? Be brief in your conversations. Avoid any personal topics. Establish clear boundaries and set clear personal limits. Finally, we have to learn how to apologize. You know, ADHD, we tend to be a little socially awkward. Sometimes we might, impulsively say the wrong thing, put our foot right in our mouth. We do some stupid stuff sometimes. And so we do need to apologize. And we need to actually apologize the right way. And apologizing the right way will help us maintain those amazing, precious two-way street relationships. So how do we do this? First, admit the problem. Like, own up exactly for what you did. Be very, very specific and admit, this is what I did wrong. Next, you need to apologize for the harm that was done. This means you need to acknowledge how the other person felt. Admit that you did this thing and I am so sorry that it hurt your feelings, or I'm so sorry you lost trust in me, or I'm so sorry that made you mad. How did it affect them? Next, we need to commit to changing the behavior and really mean it. I promise I will never do that again. And then you need to take action to repair that relationship. This means to go out of your way to encourage the relationship, to talk, to be open, use behaviors that show that you are trustworthy and that you really, really are sorry and are committed to change. And just like that, we're done. I promised you only a few minutes out of your day. Go have an amazing week. I thank you for your time, and I hope this presentation helps you manage and maintain your relationships. Thank you.